Donald Trump, who is likely to be the Republican nominee in the 2016 presidential race, is a controversial figure for people in the United States and across the world. Prior to entering the presidential race, Trump was best known for being a real estate developer, a reality star on The Apprentice, and founder of the Trump Organization. For my TOK presentation, I'm going to analyze what has made Donald Trump such a popular choice for the Republican nominee and why he has become one of the most controversial people in American politics. Trump's use of language is what has made him both a popular choice for the Republican nomination and one of the most controversial figures in American politics. One of the reasons he's become so popular is because he says what people think need to be said. Trump's support grew when he said,
I think the big problem this country has is being politically correct. I've been challenged by so many people, and I don't frankly have time for total political correctness. And to be honest with you, this country doesn't have time either.
Trump's lack of political correctness in his language and speeches and with the things that he talks about draws people towards him in his campaign. This is because of pent-up emotions and frustrations. People love the fact that Trump never apologizes for what he says and is so strong on his beliefs.
We need a toughness. We need strength. We need strength. We need tough people. We need toughness. We have to be much tougher. We have to be much stronger than we've been. A tough guy, Jeb.
Though Trump's language brings him popularity, it also makes him more of a polarized political figure. While the simplicity and passion in his language of his argument draw some people in, others are repelled from him because he can't provide details on how he will do the things he talks about. Because of sense perception, some people hear his words and see him in debates, and they gain appreciation for his leadership, ability to get his points across, and the way he can dominate the stage. Even with the same debate and language, others view Trump's language and the way he presents himself as being arrogant, over-the-top, uninformed, and like a bully. Trump's campaign slogan, "Make America Great Again," is one of Trump's most successful strategies in this campaign.
We are going to make America so great again, maybe greater than ever before.
Trump's campaign slogan, "Make America Great Again," is something that has drawn so many supporters because of history and his use of language. Trump's language brings about the emotions of nostalgia, disappointment, and anger, all things that Trump's campaign thrives on. Trump speaks to people's disillusionment that has grown in recent years. 3/4 of Trump supporters say that life is worse than it was 50 years ago. The economic struggles of the mid to late 2000s, the ongoing wage stagnation, and the growing gap between the rich and poor has impacted Trump supporters to the point where they think that the country is now much worse off than it was years ago. Through Trump's slogan, "Make America Great Again," he plays on people's emotions of the troubles that they've had in the past decade. This is seen specifically in his campaign ad with his use of language that is used to bring forth emotion, memory, and faith.
I don't like what I see happening to America. The infrastructure of our country is a laughingstock all over the world. Our airports, our bridges, our roadways, it's falling apart. It's a terrible thing to see. Our politicians are all talk, no action. Millions of people are flowing across our southern border. We've got to build a real wall. With all of this, our country has tremendous potential. Let's make America great again.
In this campaign ad, Trump works to appeal to people's memories, their fear of things continuing on as they are, their anger with the situation they are in, and the frustration that they feel. With Trump's promise to make America great again, people are relying on faith and intuition that he will be the president that he is making himself out to be. Trump's slogan, "Make America Great Again," puts Trump ahead in the way that he uses language, faith, and emotion to add to his image. To analyze what ways of knowing and what areas of knowledge have made Trump a popular and likely Republican nominee for the 2016 presidential race, and also what has made him such a controversial candidate, I surveyed a wide variety of people and asked them to either use 3 words to describe Donald Trump or to explain why they liked or disliked him. The results are as follows.
3 words to describe Donald Trump: strong, leader, businessman.
Racist, sexist, awful, stupid. And why I dislike him, he doesn't ever answer any questions correctly. He just tries to insult people and cover up the fact that he doesn't know anything. And he's very stuck up, pompous, thinks he's the best thing ever, and I don't think he'll be a good president at all.
He's supporting Israel.
The 3 words I'd use to describe Donald Trump are offensive, egotistical, and arrogant.
I think he's a nice man. He's very friendly. He has a good family. He treats them nice. And I like the man very much.
I just feel like he's treating the presidency as a game and not anything important to our country or other people.
No way I like Donald Trump because he's not a career politician. The politicians have destroyed this country in more ways than one. I think he'll have fresh ideas. Even if he cannot implement them, I think it's worth a shot. I'm tired of Republicans and Democrats destroying this country. I will vote for Trump for this reason.
I think the reason for a lot of Trump's successes and failures has to do with his rhetoric and the idea of political correctness. He's basically thrown all political correctness to the wind, which has really polarized his support. So the reason I dislike Trump is simply because he's rude and is running a very hateful campaign.
I can't say I like Trump, but I will be voting for Trump. First of all, he is the last one standing in the Republican, and that would mean that he's probably going to be an obstacle for this country to roll into socialistic society, or at least delay that. I am a Russian immigrant. I know exactly what socialistic society looks like. I know what it leads to, and it is a very scary and ill thing. It's not the way it's being presented on TV. And think with him coming in, we're going to have kind of fresh blood. He's not a politician, which is a great thing as well. A little shake-up in Washington won't hurt. I think things are very stale in Washington right now. And for that reason, I will be voting for the Trump.
All of the people who answered these questions about Trump were from different locations, backgrounds, and of different ages and genders. For the 2 men who immigrated here, their background and home country greatly influenced their view of Trump because of emotion and reason. For the man who immigrated here from Russia, his fear of the United States turning more towards the socialism he had in Russia turned him more towards Trump. For the man who immigrated here from Israel, he likes Trump because of his stance on his home country. Others were supporter of Trump because they reasoned that he would be a good leader because he is a good businessman. Others had faith in him because of the way he treats his family. A lot of the people who support Trump support him because of their emotions of frustration and anger with the way things are. They have intuition that change, whatever that may be, is needed. On the other hand, there are others who hate everything about Trump. The language that he uses is a major deterrent because of the way he talks about others and doesn't act in a presidential way. They are angered by the things he is saying and reason that he wouldn't be a good president because he hasn't said anything that provides solid answers. Their sense perception of how he treats others and the way he presents himself is a major problem for this group. These people seem to judge Trump mostly based off reason, language, and emotion. With analyzing why Trump is so popular, to the point where it is likely that he will become the Republican nominee, one can look to politics in Italy for answers. Silvio Berlusconi was the 50th Prime Minister of Italy, who served for a total of 10 years between 1994 and 2011. He is a media mogul who has been accused of tax fraud, mafia association, exploiting underage prostitutes, and misconduct in public offices. The Italian people have historically been attracted to men like Berlusconi. This is because he is known as a strong man, a charismatic leader, and someone who is capable of solving the country's problems. The situation surrounding Berlusconi in Italy is similar to Trump in America. Trump is a real estate mogul who says things that most people couldn't ever get away with saying, such as comments on women and immigrants. But people are attracted to his confidence, charisma, and they believe him when he says he will make America great again. Trump has become one of the most controversial political figures, yet the likely Republican nominee for the 2016 presidential race. Though his language can repel some people because of the derogatory comments, his language draws in others because of the confidence that he has in his ability to make America great again. Despite a group that hates everything about Trump, he has become such a popular choice to become the Republican nominee in the presidential race because he uses language and history to evoke people's emotion and to instill their faith in him.